Hey everybody, welcome back to Edgington, the city on the edge here, in the wonderful Timber and Stone 1.52. So last time we talked about bugs, and we noted that we're getting quite the glut of settlers, and quite a surprising lack, honestly, of actual, monsters. So, our subject for today is worst case scenarios. So, in the event that monsters actually start respawning around here for some reason, and come in ravenous droves, which that's just cobblestone? Yeah, just cobblestone. Come in ravenous droves, what exactly is our strategy for survival? Now, first off, we need to think about what exactly we classify as our worst case scenario, and the first thing that comes to mind is that there would be a spider matriarch involved. Naturally. So, let's assume that is indeed the case, in which case we are seeing probably around here, and the spider matriarch comes with a bunch of spider minions, and then wanders around the forest for a little bit before charging straight to us. Now, in that situation, every single one of our infantries is coming off of the island and manning the ballistae. And that's just like a straight given, because there's no way I'm having anybody on the wild open, if indeed there is a spider matriarch just prowling. But then let's imagine that in addition to the spider matriarch, we also get a supply of goblins turning up. And then we also get at least one necromancer, maybe more, who knows. Let's call that our worst case scenario. So it's a matriarch, we'll say 5 goblins, 3 of them on wargs, and say a necromancer coming from up here. So there is nowhere left on the continent that we can describe as being safe. What do we then do? At that point, I think we pretty much just dig out this and then just pray that we can survive without touching the land ever again. Which we kind of can, because we've got the farms, we've got the chickens, we don't... In that circumstance, we wouldn't necessarily have our fishing going, but we do have wood and everything else. We just eventually run out of stone. We have 846 of that, so we probably still do fairly okay. I'd say we'd probably be dealing a fairly slow demise. If we cut the bridge off early enough, then we could have people wandering down here, in which case we could shoot at them with the archers and the ballistae, but we'd run out of ammunition for the ballistae eventually, because they're actually made from actual legitimate, iron. Our arrows, on the other hand, are fully renewable on this particular venture, because all we need is stone. Well, not fully renewable, but mostly renewable. Dominantly renewable. We need more shingles. Doop doop. There. Let's see, who's not doing anything right now? We're still going up on food, we're at 1300. Pretty good. Rosenda's not doing anything. Luna's not doing anything. Luna's not doing anything? Do I not have, more for you to be crafting up? We only have 14 left. And... Doop, doop, doop. And let's leave that there for now. Right. Oops, some arrows leveled up. Hooray! Trying to think, so what would we do in that case? Basically, we would just hunker down. That's the main thing. The main thing we have to worry about, though, is that the skeletons would eventually wander to underneath here. And if they did that, they'll distract everybody who's trying to work around here. So we really want to get our main area back here built out some more. And I'm just trying to think, what else? What else would we be able to do? Or not be able to do, for that matter. We've definitely run out of stone eventually, but we have plenty of wood, so we could substitute that in. We've got sustainable farms, I believe, so that's good. We wouldn't get any more new settlers, but that's... In that circumstance, that's fine, and I'm okay with that. We'd have to abandon the mine. That would probably get wrecked eventually. Thing is, I don't know if the spider matriarch can swim. If the spider matriarch can swim, then they could easily break down the front door. They could break down Bacon Gate, and then we'd just have issues. Wolves can swim, but with this part cut off, there's nowhere they could swim to, so there's that. I think it would just boil down to sitting on the parapets and just taking pot shots when we could, and eventually hoping that we take down the big mean parts of it at least. I mean, the goblins would burn down the trees, but we've got renewable trees. The necromancer would burn the land into, like, chars and embers, but again, we have renewable trees. The matriarch is the only one that worries me. The matriarch doesn't actually deal any environmental damage. Just pure pain and destruction. We need to move this over here, don't we? So, storage, wood pile, here. Wait till we're done with that one. Capacities are high enough. Good. Deconstruct. There. Give you a bit less walking time. And our miners are making their way over here gradually. We do need to mark this up for more brick free. So build brick free. There. And grab that a little bit as well. More for our builders to do. How are we doing on that roof? It's going along. It's going along. Good. That's going to look really nice tonight. Ooh. Lost in resources, 1 copper ore. Yeah. Oh well. That's fine. Luna, you're supposed to be leveling up as it is. That's not Luna, that's Hazard. There we go. How are you doing at that, by the way? You are halfway to level 13. Good. Ooh, we've nearly got a full roundel. Yay! Woohoo! Can we safely get rid of this one now that we've finished over on this side? I don't think we can. Yeah. We are going to need another wood pile. You can put that in storage. No problem. So, storage, wood pile. Plonking it there should do. It's getting a little bit cramped in here, but it's fine. Because I'm mostly just building that one so I can get rid of this one without losing anything. And once we've gotten this stocked up, we don't actually need to worry terribly much about our capacities, because we'll just be able to harvest this whole thing and it will be fine. Like, that at that point we'll have more wood than we know what to do with, more or less. I wonder if we're going to see any more new people around. Actually, for that matter, where is our... Oh, there you are, okay. Mary, could you wait in the hall whilst idle, please? Let's also put you on scheduled sleep. Doop doop. There we go. And I think we're actually running out of beds, which is a concern, I admit. How's that going? We've powered through that, haven't we? And I see something over here. What is it? Is it mean? No, it's chicken. Never mind. It's just a chicken, everyone. False alarm. Nothing to worry about. It's just a chicken. Okay, let's select a bit more for digging out here, shall we? Plump. And... plump. 12 by 3 by 3. Someone did mention recently that I have a habit of making noises as, like, punctuation for my actions in games. And I kind of noticed this a long while ago, but I don't really have an answer for where it came from. I think I've just honestly been doing that for years in various contexts and just never really noticed it. Oh well. The incredible bizarreness of being me. Yes, you are actually in a bed. Which one's that? Oh, that's Bumble. Okay. How are we doing over here? We've got a bit more building work going over here. Good. What would be good to have over here would be supplies such as a tool chest, which we already have, and ideally a builder's cart, but the stone stockpile will actually do quite well enough, because in the event of an emergency, we can swap the miners in here into builders and just basically have them continuously repair the structure as it gets bombarded by mobs from outside, because they will try to destroy things like the doors. The doors will be the first thing we actually like board up, as it were. The only question is, they have all the supplies to feed in here, but eventually spiders would breach down here. Eventually. Which then would lead to basically everything else breaching in here, and then, well, they'd be kind of scuppered. So I guess we'd potentially be looking to have them dig a tunnel out and then just leg it when they get the opportunity. But I don't know how viable it is as a strategy for escape. Let me see. There's also a theoretical possibility that a shot from a necromancer could hit the tree farm. We know that wolves have come from over here to swim to over here before, which might mean if we're not careful he can target that. I don't think that's highly probable, but it's a concern. So, I'm pretty sure if the necromancer did get a decent shot off over here, the entire wood farm would just go up in flames and tinder. I don't think there's any two ways about that. How many beds do we want inside of a dormitory? Just like the halfway house, the hostel, if you will. I don't genuinely know. That's just regular cobbles, right? Yes, good. Just mark that out to go closer to the world border. I'm still kind of curious. I guess see even more people coming in. I'm just watching the roads. We only have the two of them, which makes it a fair bit easier. I don't know why we suddenly stopped getting basically anything out of the eastern road. I don't know why that happened. But evidently getting rid of the eastern road has cleared it up. Maybe it was just the pathing. Maybe it was marked for demolition. I don't know. I'm not terribly certain. And it is just a hum of activity today. Just digging, farming, building. Oh, it's just so busy. Lovely. Gotta love it. But I kinda still want to see another settler. Can we see settler number 4 for today? Well, I can stare at the roads all I like. I'm not going to see it anytime soon. So, let's see. So, what exactly would we do? Like, boarding yourself in is a relatively surefire way to survive, especially over here in New Edge. But what would we do on the offensive? I would say we want to take down the Necromancer first, because the Necromancer is the only one of the 3 threats that can summon more units, can raise more skeletons. And we can theoretically take on a Necromancer with a single good archer, potentially even with a single good infantry. So that would be our first option. We want to engage the Necromancer as early as possible, but then... Is that one of ours? Yes, that's Penguin. From then, we would probably want to... I'd say probably engage the wargs. We could leave the skeletal infantry themselves alone for a bit, because they are actually aggressive to most animal and NPC enemies, including goblins. So we could let the goblins fight it out amongst the skeletal infantry. But we'd want to take down the wargs, because they can be on the other side of the map in a matter of seconds, if we're not careful, which makes them very bad for flanking us. And... Can I even with this? Yes, good. And then we would pretty much just want to gather as much firepower as we could and just lay it upon the matriarch. And then we're just left with some slow skeletal infantries and some very, very pithy little like spiders, which works better for us, I think. So I guess that's that would be the strategy that we would go with. As a maximum ideal, we'd even be building like ballistae in the field. They don't have honestly that much of a range, but they turn our infantries into pretty high damage units. I'm honestly not sure how much damage the ballistae do, because we've seen necromancers take like 8 hits from them and be perfectly fine. So, who knows? Oop, game saving. And it is dusk. Okay. getting close to the evening here. You just see the shadows climbing up the tree. That's a lovely sight. Actually, that's penguins. Is that penguin or is that yeah? That's penguin's shadow over there. That's pretty cool. A little odd for the lighting scheme, but nope, that's. See, I thought the sun always set down over here, but now it's over here, so that makes a bit more sense at least. And are we doing okay over here? I think. Oh, nope. Chop. Definitely chop. Remove the stumps. Yeah, that's all we've got. Right, good, and honourable. I think we definitely want to get some kind of. Let me know in the comments, because we definitely need to get either a hostel for just to have like some spare beds whilst we're building homes for people as well as before we've built new homes for new settlers, but we also need a actual like crafter's alley, because it's getting it's not cramped over here, but it makes way more sense to have them right by here. Like there's no way for me to get around that, so it just makes sense. So we either build crafter's alley or we build the local hostel. Let me know in the comments which one I should do first, because that will be a fairly substantial project. Like maybe I'll send Cat and Morinette over to help with that instead of digging, but I would like to get at least this road done first. And why am I almost certain we're going to encounter something in the middle of the night this time around? Because I've experienced success, and that means there must be something in the world to, like, erase it. Naturally. That's why I think I'm going to encounter something terrible. That's why I'm planning for worst case scenarios. Or maybe I'm planning for worst case scenarios because I'm planning for worst case scenarios and that's making me paranoid. I don't know. Either way, I'll find out in, like, a matter of minutes, pretty much. Whoop, here comes another one. Yeah, this like big block of rock over there is one of the bigger problems for our path here. Here, at least once we get the last of these trees cut back, we won't actually have to worry terribly too much about necromancers coming over and just randomly shooting trees and potentially missing. Oop, and lights, come on, hooray. I love seeing that. Storage cap reached on mining piles. Ooh. Okay then. I guess that means we need to craft more building stuff. Oh, and a stone hoe's broken. That's less of a concern, at least. Build 100 brick free. We're going to need it. Also, it takes 2 raw stones. That's something out of it. I think that uses up in the building pile. So that's something, at least. Mine tracks. These railways are constructed to allow minecars to efficiently transport materials in and out of a mine. I don't think you can actually make the minecart is the problem. It'd be interesting to try those out at least. I might try those out in like some kind of small test world. Well, I guess we'll build a mining stockpile down here. I think we have the space for it. Yes, we do. Good. Might as well. You're always gonna need stone. That is pretty much a given, because there is no wood tier of item here. The lowest is stone, which is why you can actually completely screw yourself over on day 1 in this game if you just don't mine like enough stone. 18 wood chopper, nice, looking good. And the higher the level you are, the higher the likelihood that you get saplings, seedlings, and all sorts of other stuff. We're at 2 on this line, lovely to see. Okay, I'm still on the lookout. I'm still worried. But yeah, if you don't mine stone fast enough, then you use it for other things. And if you use it for other things, you can't use it for tools. And if you use it for tools, you can't use it for other things, but you can get more of it. And if you use it for the wrong tools, you have to at least have a miner with a pickaxe mining stone on day 1, or else you can't actually do anything for the rest of the game. Your tools just wear out and break, and then I think even the forager might be the only one that can actually get some kind of food without needing tools. You just go out and harvest from the berry bushes. But berry bushes aren't a sustainable form of food. Well, they're sustainable until people come along and start murdering them. Which does happen. Eventually. Like, they're one of the prime targets for necromancers, occasionally. So it bears concern. Remove the stump. Wow, you went quite a ways there, Baber. The place does look nice, with the lights on. It has to be said, the lights on, the occasional torchlight of somebody walking back home. I like Edgington at night. It's good. So, everybody's going to sleep now. So, I hope you've enjoyed. This has, of course, been Edgington. I'll catch you all